Greetings, everybody. It's me, Knight, and I hope everybody's doing well out there. Today, I'm going to be doing a reading on what are your positive traits and what are your negative traits. Just something different I wanted to do. If it resonates, thumbs up. Only take what resonates, okay? But I just want to do something different, all right? Because, I could have just made a video just on your positive attributes, but I also want to see what's negative. And it doesn't mean it's really a bad thing. We all have, negative sides of ourselves. It's just something I want to put out there. And maybe other people who view you or who are around you may notice these traits. And if anything else comes up in this, they're not about the traits, I'm going to bring that up. But that's pretty much what this message is going to be about. It's going to be a 4 cards, 4 piles. All right. So again, this is about your positive traits and your negative traits. Okay. So all right, here we go. So pile 1, right? Sacred gratitude. Pile 2, the lovers. Pile 3, the elixir of life. And pile 4 is the emperor. Pause the video if you need to. Pause the video if you need to. All right. And we're going to start off with pile 1. Sacred gratitude. Let's see what the divine has to tell you. All right. So we'll start off with the positive attributes about yourself. Alrighty, I'm seeing you're a very devoted person, whether it be to your job or the people you know, the people you love, or prayer. And you're also being shown as very appreciative. This is extremely positive, not only by the people around you, but the spirit realms. Definitely, you're extremely grateful. You're also one that's very connected to nature. You might like the outdoors. I'm hearing some of you guys, if you like hiking, that's something that's positive. Very health conscious. And if you weren't really health conscious before, it's something I'm seeing that you grew into. Definitely. But one thing I will say, you're definitely a grateful person. You're coming off with a lot of feminine energy as well. Doesn't matter if you're masculine, you have like this nurturing mother energy here, right? And behind that was the mother card. So definitely feminine. Again, nurturing, like it says. Is anything else that's positive that you're bringing up? I'm also hearing you have an extremely open heart. Even during times of unrest or conflict, you're like a peacemaker. Now, I am hearing on your negative aspect, you might be a person that suffers from how can I say, overthinking, or sometimes you almost overthink so much that intrusive thoughts leak in and you don't know if it's you, like your own thoughts, or somebody else's. Because I am being told that you're so sensitive that you do pick up other energies or other people's thoughts, whether you notice or not. This is something that's coming through. And so that's a good thing, but it could be a negative when you're soaking up too much energy, because it can kind of keep you stagnant or stuck in the same situation or in the same mood throughout the day or throughout the weeks, especially in your work environment. I'm hearing you might be working in stressful work environments before or now, right? But again, though, the good thing is, though, you're always able to have a good heart. But again, though, I am hearing throughout your life, you might have had times where people would get the best of you, or your thoughts would get the best of you, or you'd be really up in your emotions a lot, okay? I'm also hearing you guys have went through a lot of awakenings, a lot of spiritual awakenings. You guys search for the truth. You're always researching things on how to connect with the divine even more, and even with your higher self. So this is a very positive attribute about you. You might have 1 or 2 friends, or maybe even family, that kind of know that you're into spirituality, whether it be tarot or anything like that, or just something magical, where you share your messages or what you've done, your experiences that might uplift people, even in your family or something like that. But that's also a positive attribute. Now, side message too as well, if you are into, like, again, with the praying card here, if you are into rituals, or just if you're into church, it's something about you're like, with this invocation card, is giving me knowledge about you be able to, like, call down spirits or communicate with your angels. It doesn't mean you need to hear them, but it's something about your energy draws in spirits or positive people to you. But I'm being told to tell you too, though, on the negative side, when your energy was down and conflicting in the mind, if you let other energies bring you down that are negative, especially in your work environment or family, it would cause you to bring in negative people or negative spirits. So it's kind of like a negative thing. So you have to learn how to balance yourself in this life. So right now you're probably balanced, but there's times where you're out of balance, where you have to figure out how to get more balance, and you still kind of struggle with that at this time. I'm also hearing you're a good communicator with people. Even if you're an introvert, you're a good communicator, and also you communicate well with your spirit team. Again, doesn't matter if you are what they call it, an empath or a tarot reader. I'm being told again, you're able to receive information really good from the spirit world, right? And you're always able to balance yourself out. But again, though, I do see at times that's a struggle. Side message, some of you guys are clairvoyant. If you aren't into, like, again, readings, messages, things of that nature, you're good at it. And if you don't know this, you would be if you were to try to do this with divination, I'm being told. You're also being shown as very trustworthy. You can keep people's secrets. You're a very loyal friend. You might have also had times where you stayed in people's lives a little too long, okay? Especially when you realize they weren't the best from you with you, or they weren't aligned with you as far as like the same vibrations, and they just end up being really draining and toxic, okay? And sometimes I'm being told that sometimes you give too much, right? And it hurts you, okay? But again, they keep telling me you're a great communicator. Again, even if you're a person that doesn't have any friends or you're alone or something about you're good at communicating, you might even be good with singing, one or two of you guys. And also you attract animals, I'm hearing. There's something with you in the water. I'm also hearing you've been through a lot of times where you had to transform, make a lot of adjustments. I'm hearing you had to set a lot of boundaries. You're good at setting boundaries. That's one thing I'm being told as well. And also people see that you don't play around, like, meaning like if somebody does you wrong, you're quick to cut them off. Like, I'm hearing when you're younger, probably not so much, but like now it's like you're not playing. No, I need to preserve my energies. Definitely with the boundaries card here. And also you're being seen as a healer. Again, with this nature energy, you're giving like Mother Earth vibes. Even if you're masculine, you give me this like healing vibes, okay? With this healing energy. Very therapeutic. Yeah. I'm also being told that you don't entertain drama or gossip. Now, when you were younger, maybe high school, maybe college, maybe you were a person that kind of gossip or talks a little bit too much, but that's been done. It's dealt with. You kind of move past that. Now, some of you guys, y'all might still, like to get on social media. Somebody triggers you and tell them off. I'm being told that that could be a negative thing. It is if you go a little bit too much with people. Because some of you guys, I'm hearing one or two of you guys are really blunt with the mouth. And I'm not saying like you're cussing or anything like that. It's just, you're straightforward if somebody pushes you there. And I'm smiling because the spirits around you feel like it's funny if you guys are doing that. Some of you guys are starting to realize you guys are shamans, or you have this shaman energy. Again, healers. I feel like y'all are the group that's healers. Even though y'all my first group, I just feel like y'all have a lot of healing energy. I'm hearing a lot of your family members might have been healers. And not really immediate family members. I'm hearing like ancestors. And this is something I want you to know. So this is a message that has nothing to do with the positive and negative traits, but this is something you need to know that you're a healer. What else? What else I'm hearing is positive. You're able to, you're very understanding of people's needs. Again, I'm hearing you're also being shown as a guide to other people. Definitely understanding. And you're also being shown as somebody with hidden knowledge or certain knowledge about things that people don't know, or either I'm also hearing you look for hidden knowledge. That's the thing I'm hearing as well. I'm hearing also at times you might have had times as a negative growing up, or even young adulthood, where it was you weren't the best at self-loving, but now you are. So again, that's what I'm hearing with that. Is there anything else I'm hearing with you guys? I'm gonna pull from my other deck here. Okay, so I am hearing too, you might have, again, struggled with times of empowerment, as far as like, you gave too much of yourself away to others. And in this life and this journey you've been on, you've slowly but surely have grown in knowledge, but also learn how to empower yourself and empower others, okay? Definitely. I'm also hearing as a child, you are seen by the spirit world as very magical. Whether you know it's not, or also you might have been a person who's into like magical movies. It could be like Harry Potter. It could be like certain movies like Maleficent, certain things that kind of, not like, you might be into spooky movies, but just something with like mysticism. Okay, I'm here. Or you might still like mystery movies, anything with magic, occult like. This is just a trait or like something that, not really a trait, but something that you favor to do. Now the only reason that's looked at as a good trait that I brought it up, because when you have an imagination, I mean, so when somebody has a high imagination, it keeps your intuition open. It keeps you really connected to the source. Because sometimes when we growing up as children or even young adults, people feel like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that because you're outgrowing that, or why do you believe in spirits or those imaginary people, or things like that. You know how kids have imaginary friends. So with you having this imaginary mindset, it kind of keeps you open and optimistic about the spirit world. Because that's one thing that keeps people from really connecting their intuition. Because like from what I've seen, we can always meditate and practice, but the more you have an imaginative mind and open mind, it gets spirits in, because it's like an innocence within you that comes from childhood to have that imagination. Because everything's created up a thought. You have to imagine what you want to do before you do it. A lot of times anything out here that's built is put in the mind first and created. So that's something that's a positive trait about you. And is there anything else? Some of you guys, lastly, I'm being told, y'all might be writers, are good with expressing yourself and good at holding on to knowledge. Again, they keep telling me you're good at holding secrets and you love to learn. Is there anything else? Y'all are almost balanced with positive and negative energies. I feel like more positive traits than negative traits. You didn't have a lot of negative traits, not too much. But again, you definitely connect to your angels. And am I getting anything else? I'm also being told you might have had times where you had to go it alone, or you had to learn how to go alone, I should say. You might have struggled with a fear of like being single for a long time. You might have been some of you guys I'm hearing might have always stayed in connections because it wasn't comfortable, at least when you're younger, to just be alone as far as single too long. And you had to grow to learn to love yourself and just to thrive without a relationship for a while. And side message, if you guys do have children, a positive trait on that is you're an amazing parent, and people see this whether they tell you this or not. Okay, and you have some definitely children who are very divinely connected to the spirit world, whether y'all notice or not. So that's mainly what I'm hearing with you guys. What is it? Power One. If it resonates, thumbs up, subscribe, Power One. And I will see you guys on the next one. Alright. So next pile. Let's see, what's the next pile here? Alright, so whoever picked the Lover's card, let's see what your positive traits are and your negative traits are. Alright, I'm hearing you might be a sucker for love. Gotta see what I see. Meaning like, from the time you grew up, you always probably had this fantasy of like having a White House and picket fence, or you fall in love easily. Some of you guys also are looked at as an ideal partner, but sometimes you might have drew like negative people, and so you're very naive because you had like high hopes. I'm hearing you're a person that just loves to love. Sometimes you go in with high hopes when you kind of know that this connection is not the best, but you stay in it way longer than you need to. You're definitely a giver. You love to receive, but you're definitely a giver. But you had to learn in life not to let people chain you down and take advantage of your sweet and good heart, kind heart. Yeah. Definitely a huge lover. You're big romantic, huge on romantic. You might like romantic movies or dramas, soap operas. Just romantic, very passionate. You're coming off of the Queen of Wands, even if you're masculine or feminine. Again, you might be very dreaming about marriage if you're not married already. You're seen as very abundant. So the positive thing about you is this: you're realizing not to be too naive to people as far as like letting them take advantage of your nice heart. But the good thing about it is like you never really stop loving. You care. It's like you never turn too cold. Like you didn't turn too cold where you just don't want to share your love and passion. So now Now that you went through this journey, you learned who to give that love to. But at the end of the day, you never stop. Okay. Now some of you guys might have just went cold and don't care about love, but a lot of you guys still have this huge, loving heart for life. Even if you just are single right now, the positive thing about you is your heart. You have a bigger heart than most. And a lot of people don't understand why you're so nice. Why do you do the things you do? And sometimes I'm hearing you draw people who are not the best that may trigger you, or you trigger them because they just don't understand how can you be like this. They kind of feel like you're putting on a facade, but you're not, right? And so be aware of that. That's a side message. But nonetheless, man, you're looked at as a wish fulfillment by a lot of people. But some people feel like you're too good to be true, and they might end up stepping away from you out of the relationship. And sadly to say, they might play you, maybe cheated or just leave you early, high and dry, or don't answer their phone no more, things of that nature. It's not that you deserved it. It's just they're afraid that you could possibly be the one. It sounds crazy. Some people, they bite off more than they can chew. Meaning, like, they probably want love. There might be guys and women out there who want love, and when they finally meet the person that they know is good for them, they're like, oh, this can't be right in their mind, or they find something wrong with it, or they'll try to make something wrong out of the situation and dip out, mess it up. Self-sabotage your relationship, people. Now, some of you guys, you can reverse it. If that's a reverse, some of you guys might fall in love with it easily and pull back and have this escapism and run off on people. That could be for some of you guys, but a lot of you guys, you might have dealt with people like that. But the positive thing, you definitely looked at somebody very passionate. I'm also getting a little bit of witchy vibes here, very spiritual, very magical, but very fiery. Again, I am definitely being told as loving as you are, you have like this Jekyll and Hyde side as well, because they're telling me to look at the fire. Again, you're a person that will light somebody up. You're not, like, you might be an Aries or some type of fire sign, even if you're not, or earth sign, but you're not the one to be played with. Doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. You're not looking for trouble, but if they want to come, they can mess around and find out, I heard. But you definitely have a big heart. Again, with this cups, they keep reminding me to let you know that. Sometimes you guys might be very impulsive. Some of you guys might like to shop, or you might have had times where you like to shop or buy things or do things on impulse. If it's not material, you might do things on impulse. Again, speaking too quickly, overdoing things. You might still do this now. And you might have also had times you always moved around a lot in your life. Again, very impulse, triggered, fast, quick moving. And again, whether that's now or like when you're younger, that's what I'm hearing. That was more like a negative that needed to be learned how to ground yourself on that. You need to learn how to tamper that flame and not just move so quickly. Because I'm definitely hearing when you're younger, some of you guys might have been quick in the mouth. You might have dealt with bullies or people who were negative. You had to speak up. But definitely you're seen as a powerful person. So now I'm hearing that you learn how to reserve yourself and hold back at times. But sometimes that fire comes out and you become snappy like the snake sometimes, right? So for some of you guys, y'all still got that, hey, you want what's going on, I'm gonna let you know what it is. Like, you're gonna speak your mind pretty much, right? Because you learned that, you started realizing that everybody's not like you. It's not that you're better than everybody, but you realize everybody's not sweet and nice like you with this Queen of Cups. And you learned as you got older to become this Queen of Wands where you're not gonna play around. So you can be this water in 1 minute, and then you can be this fire like Jekyll and Hyde. What's going on? I know some magic. I know something. I got this. I got something about your energy where you're just gonna say. You gotta say what you mean. And you become cold and cutthroat like this Princess of Swords if you need to, right? Because you're not gonna let anybody mess with your happiness. This 9 of Cups. So in a way, that's a positive thing. You're realizing that, right? What else? And again, you might be good at writing. You're definitely good at expressing yourself when need be. I'm hearing some of you guys like art. Some of you guys might be artists, or y'all just like looking at things that are unique. I'm also hearing something about your look. Even though I'm talking about positive traits, it's something about your look. Even if you're not a flashy person, you can just be a casual person. Something about your look is unique to yourself. That's what I'm picking up with this Princess of Wands, which is a positive thing. It shows that you like to you take care of yourself in a great way. Self-care, there you go, definitely. Now, some of you guys, y'all might be into your looks. I'm hearing a couple of you guys, like, y'all like to have your hair a certain way. You have to have your dress a certain type of way. Something about you is about aesthetics. You know, you like things that make your eyes happy to look at. You know what I'm getting with this? Definitely, you might have like a necklace, some type of brooch or choker. Some of you guys, you might have like a certain type of dress style you wear. Something with the clothing with you guys is unique, and it makes you happy. So how that makes it, so it makes that positive thing. It's not that you're really in the material world too much, but it's a positive thing because it brings you joy. And to bring something that brings you joy is like self-love. It's just another way of self-loving yourself other than the spiritual side. And I'm also hearing some of you guys are very family oriented. You like visiting your family or people who are really close to you, right? You're also, again, being seen as very nurturing. Is anything else? I'm also hearing in your younger life, even now, again, you don't like strife and turmoil, but you might have had times where you felt out in the cold, right? And you had like a lot of people who were hiding stuff from you or keeping secrets from you or making you feel left out in the cold. Like this 5 of Wands and 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like you learned to come out of that and you built yourself strong. But I'm hearing you had a lot of times where people did hurt your heart and they kind of burdened you with their burdens. You didn't deserve that. Okay? It's like people saw that you're the 9 of Pentacles, but it's like they want to like somehow like take your energy, like indirectly take your energy, and you just have to learn how to again set boundaries and make sure, hey, these people are not gonna leave me stagnant and dry. And again, side message, some of you guys might be into magic or some type of prayer work. I gotta say what I see, but nonetheless, y'all some great qualities about you guys, and y'all realizing, well, slowly, how abundant you guys are, and y'all worked hard. Y'all are hard workers, extremely dedicated. All right, let me see if I can pull anything else out of this other deck. I'm also hearing, again, you guys are all about liberation. Y'all like your freedom with this liberation card here. You always try to maintain some type of innocence. You have like a childlike heart, very angelic here. That's a positive trait about you guys. Now, I will say some of you guys have y'all might resonate with a sensual energy, with this feminine tile. Maybe in your past, like when you're younger, you might have been a person, again, that likes being in relationships, or you have this very sensual, seductive energy here, and you might have had to learn how to tame this. Some of you guys might have a lot of sensual, sexual drive. I gotta say what I see because they keep telling me something like one is you guys might have this strong passion, and because of this, I'm hearing guys or girls, whatever you're into, might feel this energy, and they might try you and overstep your boundaries. But what it is, it's not like you're out there. It's just your energy releases all these pheromones of like sensuality. It's just extremely powerful, and it just draws people in. You might have also had times where you had to calm your desires down as far as sensuality and sexuality. I gotta see what I say, guys. That's what I'm hearing. Or some people might have misjudged you and thought you were like some type of playgirl or playboy, but you really weren't, right? But again, though, as time went on, you learn how to balance yourself out, which is the great thing. You learn how to alchemize and transform a lot of pain into like positivity. So this is a good thing. And now I'm hearing some of you guys would be a great service to other people, right? Yeah. And then also I'm being told again, you're all about empowerment and self-respect for self. Yep. And I'm hearing some of you guys had to learn how to build your self-esteem up. And you still might be struggling on that with self-esteem, depending on what it is, as far as whether it be relationships or love, which is kind of negative if your self-esteem is not high yet, but it's getting there for some of you guys if it's not already. But that's pretty much what I'm hearing as far as when it's your positive and negative traits, how to. So if y'all like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. So whoever picked the elixir of life, let's see which your positive traits and negative traits are. All right. What am I hearing? I'm seeing somebody who's very wise, very vibrant. You might have had times where you had like a lot of, they saying a lot life-death situations or certain situations where you're close to death. So if you were either close to death or either you seek death, as far as like maybe you had a lot of family members or friends passed away growing up. Now, this might not seem like a positive. It's not. I'm not saying that it's positive for people to leave or for you to go through that, but it's like you in your life, you might have noticed the darker things before the light. You might have always dealt with like darkness, maybe dark spirits, negative people, again, death. But at the end of the day, you're the sun. So it's like you saw the darkness first with the death, but at the end of the day, it's like it taught you how to find the light in the room. I hope this makes sense. It's like you had to learn to go through the dark to find the light, right? And then you had to make sure that the darkness around you didn't like dim your light. And again, that's why you're coming out as the sun, and that's why I feel like you resonate with this elixir of life. It's like you're that potion, you're the peace, you're the harmony, okay? And I'm hearing you had to learn how to purify your soul, and the angels and your guides had to help purify you. When I see flood, it's like purifying you, like dropping you into water. Because I'm being told you're seen as very holy by the spirit world, okay? Very dedicated to the universe and the divine powers that be. You're definitely very transformative. You could be a Scorpio or some type of water sign, but again, you've dealt with a lot of transformative moments, and again, they keep telling me death, or you might be seeing spirits. And if you are working with spirits that are connected to those energies, whether the sun or death energy, they're definitely around you. That's for some of you guys who are into the spirit, working with spirits. But nonetheless, you learn how to find peace no matter what. No matter what has happened to you in your life, whether it be life, death situations, or seeing people pass away, you always learn how to resurrect yourself again out of the dark. See that phoenix? Right? And so now, whether you notice or not, you're coming to this feast moment. To me, this feast moment here is like abundance, okay? And you're coming to a time more at peace. You always found ways on finding peace in this life. Even if it was definitely a struggle, because I'm hearing it probably was a time, or even now, where it's hard to find peace. And then when you do get peace, I'm hearing sometimes it was temporary. But definitely you're starting to realize how gifted you are, like you're being seen as a divine gift by the universe. I'm also being told you yourself might have struggled with people being jealous of you, or you when you're growing up, and even now you might have struggled with not doing this on purpose, but you end up being jealous of people or comparing yourself to people who might, how can I say, might not be the nicest of people, and you might be wondering why are they being blessed or having more happiness than me when they're actually out here cheating or doing bad stuff to people and I'm not. So then you like compare yourself. You might have been like that when you're younger. And then for that's the case. That's what I'm hearing. It's the negative aspect. You comparing, and then somehow not on purpose, but indirectly, subconsciously, you becoming envious or jealous, wishing that I can have that house, wishing I can look like that, wishing I can lose that weight. You know, whatever the case may be. And then a lot of you guys, if it's not that, this next thing is not really positive or negative, but you could be suffering from having jealous people draw to you. All right. And trying to take from you and just being envious and being so mean to you. And so you have to learn how to be strong, right? I'm hearing some of these jealous people might have been close friends, possibly family members that you sacrificed a lot of your time with, a little bit too much. And so that would be a negative thing, because I'm definitely hearing you've most likely had signs that there's envious and jealous people around you at times, or people who weren't the best. And it took you too long to pull back, and then you end up almost over-sacrificing. And what happened was this made you have to break with these people, and because they burnt bridges, okay? But again, they're telling me you're definitely highly favored to the side message. You're highly favored, right? But I'm hearing again a lot of the negative things that happen to you, besides the death situations or transformative moments, was a lot of times you're a bit too naive. You didn't notice the signs of how people were or how situations were going to play out, even if in the career, all right? But somehow the divine favored you to give you salvation, to save you out of negative times, right? Definitely. Because I'm hearing in this life, you have a little bit more, like you might have had a little bit more transformative times, shadow moments. You might have been doing like a lot of shadow work, and it's all to bring more balance to your life, to give you a true rebirth, because that's what your soul wants to do, to actually expand and meet a higher plateau of life, a higher octave, right? I'm being told you might be seeing the numbers 222 a lot. They told me to look at the 222, 2, and then 22. Again, because this is like the salvation, the sun. You're definitely connected to the source. That's a side message. But yeah, definitely you're learning how to always give yourself these rebirth moments again, because I'm hearing you dealt with a lot of devils or negative energies, and possibly actually real spirits if you are able to see these spirits or feel these spirits, especially when you're younger. Again, I'm being told it's like soul contracted out that you had to go through this because it's something you chose to go through to like, again, to build yourself up strong, right? Because how I look at it, when somebody like you, no offense to other powers, go through certain things like this, it might not be an easy life here, but what you did was you make it easier on your transition when you go in the afterlife. Because I from what my perspective, what I see with people, when people don't really notice the spirit world here in this life or do too much with it as far as to try to expand their consciousness, there's a high chance they'll come back here with the same energy and have to go through the same things, or either they'll have to work down the afterlife as a guide or some type of sort to work out deeds to pretty much balance out their karma that they built up here, or learn things that they should have learned here. And when that happens, then when you're learning stuff in the afterlife, you prolong your time to come back here on earth if you choose to, or the God source chooses to. But that's the message I was meant to tell you. But again, tell me again, you're definitely in a divine union. How can I say this? A close union with the divine. Like the divine is always with us, but you have an extremely personal union with them, because again, you have all these transforming energy, very close to death and life energy here. You're also seen as a priest or high priestess with the Sultan card, very wise. Okay. All right. Anything else? Some of you guys are born warrior souls. I'm hearing too as well. You're not one to back down. You might also suffer from insomnia or restless nights, because again, it's like you have this fire energy. I'm also hearing at night, whether you know it's not, spirits might affect your sleep. You might find yourself waking up at odd hours at night, and if you are sleeping fine, your dreams might be a little wild for some of you guys, right? I'm also hearing that you had to do a lot of people's projections upon you, or either you might have been a person that projected to other people as a negative, right? Especially when you're younger. But again, you learn how to grow and move out of this energy, okay? Like the seed that we learned to grow. So I'm gonna pull another card out of this deck. Oh, I wanted that. You might have, I'm also hearing some of you guys might have dealt with self-sabotage, where you backed out of things. Like you might have wanted to go to school and then you kind of like gave up, or you might have been in relationships you gave up, or you psyched yourself out of doing something positive for yourself. Like you might have wanted to start a YouTube channel and then you backed out, you know, things of that nature. So you're trying to learn how not to self-sabotage yourself, or you might have dealt with people who self-sabotage you. But I'm definitely hearing that's a negative quality. You could be dealing with self-sabotage, but definitely in love, people could have like backed out or screwed up the relationship, or possibly yourself with this true soulmate. A lot of people in this masculine energy with this king energy here. Possibly even in childhood, you might have had a father figure or an energy in the masculine energy who didn't treat you right. You had to learn how to nurture yourself. And that's why you have such a warrior spirit. You always had to learn how to prevail on your own, a lot of you guys. And again, I'm hearing some of you guys had a lot of issues with companions. They were already suffocating with this vampire energy. But I'm hearing that's going to be shifting here, okay? Because you learned how to, like, you know, maneuver and transform in great ways and love yourself and pioneer on and keep moving. Now, the good thing about you, because I am seeing pioneer, I'm being told you're very innovative. All right, and the divine is definitely going to be helping you. Some of you guys are meant to teach. Some of you guys might be teachers. And if you are, you're an amazing teacher. And if you're not a teacher, I'm hearing some of you guys have a lot of knowledge, enough knowledge where you could teach. All right, even if it's not for a school, you can teach in your local area, anything, right? Is there anything else out of here? I feel like I need to pull one more card for you guys. All right, yeah, so again, with this not backing down, I'm being told that no matter how many challenges you go through, you do not give up on the power within yourself, okay? Again, you don't give in a lot at all. You're a great negotiator. You're good with speaking and networking. I must tell you this, right? Definitely, you never back down for a challenge. But I am being told again, they keep telling me on the negative side, there might have been times where you used to back down from challenges, which is a negative. I'm definitely hearing. All right? Yeah, because you're good at shape-shifting, right? I'm definitely hearing as a child, this might not have been the easiest, or a young adult, but definitely that's what's going on, right? And you're always good at starting something new if you can just stay consistent. All right, so that's what I'm hearing with you guys pile 3. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Alright, whoever picked the Emperor card, let's see what your positive and negative traits are. Alright, so some of you guys, I'm hearing you like luxury, or either if it's not luxury, you kind of hold yourself up, like, not up better than people, but just like somebody of prestige, of high status. With the Emperor card and the Hierophant, you're being like, first off, they're telling me people see you as somebody with power, authority, or somebody that needs to be respected. And also I'm being told that some people may feel like you're conceited or arrogant, but you're not. Now, I am being told some of you guys, as a negative, you might have had times where you kind of were too much in yourself growing up, a little bit too vain, and you had to learn to like calm that down. Some of you guys might struggle from being a little bit too preachy, especially with family members who make you mad. You might have told them off a little bit, and you had to learn to calm down, like this Queen of Pentacles. What else? I'm being shown you're very successful. You're extremely successful, or at least you try to be, which is a great thing. You always try to excel, whether it be in school, a trade school, or even if you didn't go to school, you try to excel. And you try to work with whatever you got. So even if doesn't matter if you're a high class, middle class, you try to work with whatever you got as far as like to be somewhat okay in life with yourself. I'm hearing a lot of you guys might have had to fight a lot of battles, upheaval when it comes to like job status, moving up promotions. People probably didn't give you what you deserve, but once you formulated a plan and shined your light and kept going, you got to where you need to be. You might be trying to go through that right now. So the positive side is with you is you're a hard worker. You're very strong. You might have a strong physique, no matter if you're a man or a girl, woman, whatever you want to call yourself. It seems somebody with strong features, maybe strong jawlines, strong arms. And if you don't work out, something about your body is strong. Now, you might not look at it as a positive, but you're being shown as healthy. Some of you guys are very health conscious. And if you are health conscious, it's a great thing. To be strong, this is a great thing. I'm hearing you have a strong soul. You're looked at as a leader and definitely spiritually connected. But again, though, I'm hearing sometimes, even possibly now, you might not be aware of it. You might be a little bit too much into yourself. Like, not like you're looking in the mirror, but you might be like, I know I've gotten this far, and nobody's going to tell me different kind of energy. It's kind of like, it's like some of you guys might have had people tell you this and it might actually be true. So I gotta speak what I say as a negative. You might have actually been arrogant a little bit too much in yourself. Yeah. And you had to learn how to calm down. Especially when you're younger. Like you might have been too much into glamour or just too much into yourself. Yeah, or too much into money or too something into material. But again though, the good thing about you, you're always able to figure out how to make money or create new things in your life. Now I'm hearing you're coming to this high priest state, if you're not already. I feel like you're going from the Hierophant to the high priest. Now you're becoming balanced because you're realizing as you gotten older and you started having these spiritual awakenings that there's no reason to be so much in the material. Like you love it, you need it at times, but you learning that it's more about my spiritual growth. And then you learn eventually how to balance that out, which is a great thing. Okay? Yep. Because with you balancing this high priest and Hierophant energy, it puts you into this emperor state. Because a lot of your life, you was always in this emperor state. But you had to learn how to nurture yourself, right? And not be so working on the physical. Again, like job oriented too much. Yeah, a lot of that. Because I'm hearing some of you guys might be either viewed like this, as self-centered, or you just might be a little bit too much focused on yourself. And it's only because it's not that you wanted to be focused on yourself, but you felt like nobody else was giving you the time of day. You might have had family or friends not really doing you right, so you had to be self-focused. But that self-focus and caring for yourself almost becomes too much, again, focus on yourself, like where it almost seems to be vain or just conceited, just reserved into yourself so much that you're giving this energy that's like pretty much pushing people off. It's repelling people because they feeling like, oh my God, they're arrogant. What is going on? Even if you're not saying it. All right. And so again, you have to learn how to balance yourself. So the negative thing, you might have had a lot of times in your life was hard to balance yourself. But long story short, no matter what, the positive thing about you, you always are strong. So you never was a time where you weren't really strong, and you always found some type of harmony, right? Like you see that symbol up there. And again, you are being shown as a leader, guys. And again, they keep telling me there might be one person out there where you're coming off like this. I got to tell you, the negative side about you, you might have had times where you felt like you're above people, especially when you left people who you thought were toxic, but they might have been really toxic. It's just that they haven't realized their issues to heal that energy within them, that spirit, you know? Because some people, they're not bad, they just do bad things. And we, from our perspective, because we're awakening, we view them as bad, and we put ourselves on a pedestal up here, right? And even if we're telling ourselves that we're not better than them, right? Technically we are, because we're not even trying to help them anymore, we're leaving them, which is good to have boundaries, but at the end of the day, we just can't keep it like in our mind like they're never gonna rise up to this point, and I'm the 1% of the chosens. Does this make sense? And if you're thinking like that, that's kind of negative, but at the end of the day, it's good that you are where you are right now. You're you're spiritually woke, you're up there, and this is powerful. And I'm being told you're definitely coming to more connection with the moon energy, more you're having more empathy for people. You're not so abrasive at the mouth, you're not so cold at the mouth. Some of you guys might have a hot tongue, might even have it now. Again, yeah. And I'm also hearing sometimes you might be too much in your head, where you get stagnated at times, don't know which way to go. Or I keep getting the Aries energy where you won't finish things, which is a negative thing. So if you're not finishing things right now, that's not good. You gotta have a plan, guys. Is there anything else? Let me see. Again, they just showing me no matter what, you're always following your heart. Because I'm looking at this Leo, now I'm getting Leo energy. With the Strength and the Eight of Cups, I'm looking at somebody who knows when to leave negative situations and follow your heart. And the more you follow your heart, I'm hearing, and leave negative situations and really follow your intuition and follow what is not seen, what's veiled by the moon, it puts you into this Wheel of Fortune state where you start getting everything your heart desires, and the universe is going to start working with you, because now you realize a lot of things that went on with your life wasn't just because of others. It's your mindset, it's what you're projecting out. You learn how to work on your ego, you learn how to balance yourself, and that's the good thing, all right? And now you can look above all the things that burden you from back in the day. So this is a good thing. And also as well, you're being told, I'm being told to tell you, I should say, you also have like a lot of Saturn energy. I don't know where your Saturn is placed. You learn also how to, when you need to be cold, like again, like distant from people. Something with you in distance where you learn how to cut people off real quick. And then just focus on your own money and balance. You already got the scales. You're a good judge of character as well. I'm also being told that some people might come up to you for help, whether it's your job or things like that. Again, some of you guys might be looked at as a lone wolf, right? Which is a great thing where you can stand alone, but you also know how to work people if you have to. I'm also hearing some of you guys might be a little bit too stubborn, and sometimes you guys hermit yourself off too much, you know? You got to experience the world. Some of you guys might be hermiting yourself too much and not really experiencing life. And if you are doing that, that is a negative thing. You got to get out there, right? Connect with people, right? Whenever you feel the right time to do so, I should say. And I'm also hearing, though, if you are a person who goes to parties, you are the life of the party with Three of Cups. People like to celebrate you. They love you. You are the one that gets these things jumping. You know, you make people smile. I'm hearing some of you guys have a nice smile. You know, it's not a positive trait or a negative trait. I mean, it's a positive attribute. They like your smile, you like your eyes. Something about your power compared to other powers, they want me to boost you up. It could be that Aries energy where, I don't know, I'm not saying y'all are vain, but it's just like, you got this, something about your style is different, okay? Yeah, definitely. Anything else? No, but when I am being told, though, when you are in relationships, though, you are a good lover. I'm being told to tell you you're a great lover, whether it be with intimacy, affection, talking. Even if your lover did you wrong, they might not ever admit this to you. And even if they act like you weren't a good lover, you were. I'm telling you right now, they're just lying to you. So definitely, you're looked at as a lover. And some people are actually looking back on you. They fell on the code with you. Doesn't mean you need to talk to your ex-lover. I have to tell you that. That's a positive thing to be a good lover, right? Anything, yeah, look, and lover, look, Chariot. So this is just confirming that. Look, and lover's behind that. So definitely, you're a great lover. Again, you make people feel abundant. Yep. And what you don't know is, as you go along in your life and keep going on your journey and trying to stay positive and optimistic, this is the energy you're going to be in, the Chariot. For like pretty much most of your life, you're going to be in the Chariot state, where you're going to pretty much get your needs done. You're going to prevail, right? Like the leader you are. I keep getting Aries energy here. So I'm going to pull out of my other deck real quick for you guys. Anything else? I'm also hearing you might have been dealing with a lot of childhood wounds, okay? Maybe your parents might not have been the best, or friends, but you had to learn how to forgive yourself with this child wounded card here. And you had to learn how to start anew. You might have been looked at as really rebellious growing up, or you are either rebellious in relationships, as far as like standing up for what you believe in if somebody wasn't doing you right in a relationship or with your family. Because some of you guys are looked at as a rebel. So in a way, this is a good thing to rebel when it's needed to, but then it's also not a good thing if you're rebelling against society or negative in a negative way where it gets you in trouble. You know. And I'm gonna pull one or two more cards. I'm gonna call it a day. All right. What else are they telling me? Again, some of you guys are very powerful visionaries. You guys can probably also, some of you guys might have premonitions, or just you're just good at vision, meaning like if you want to start a career, go to school, you have a vision, you execute it. This is what I'm hearing. You definitely have this goddess energy around you. Side message, if you are connected to being a mage or witch or something like that, you do have some type of goddess energy around you helping you. I gotta let you know that. Again, some of you guys are good at scripting and writing. So now I'm getting this witchy energy from you guys. Some of you guys, I'm hearing like 2%. And if you are, you're powerful. You're powerful at sigils if you do that, or powerful just at art, I should say, or sacred geometry. I gotta tell you what I see. And if you are into that, I'm hearing you're meant to help people with your occult knowledge or spiritual side of yourself. If you stuck in the video this long, this is what I'm being told. Some of you guys are good poets as well, writers. This is a positive thing. It can bring a lot of loving energy to people just to hear your words. I'm hearing there's not that many people that are poets. Like, there's poets out there, of course, but it's not like, it doesn't seem as popular as like music and things of that nature. And I'm being told you're a great storyteller and your story needs to be seen. This is what the Most High, the Messiah, whatever you believe in, I'm being guided to tell you. Right? And I think that's pretty much all I'm hearing with you guys. If you resonated with the video, thumbs up, subscribe. And that was the positive traits and negative traits about you, with a little bit of extra information from the spirit team, right? And so with that being said, my name is Knight, and I will see you guys in the next video. Blessed be.